Mass DPH, Department of Public Health, has just released their draft medical marijuana regulations, and a lot of hubbub in the local medical marijuana reform community about these regulations, how restrictive they are, how bad for patients they are. The current situation of it being wide open in regards to caregivers and the way that the law was set out, still not enough caregivers. And now these regulations are going to do things like restrict caregivers to one caregiver per patient, which is really bad for patients because most patients can't find a caregiver right now. And now if they do find a good caregiver, most likely that person has already have one patient, so they're not able to get that service. And I think this is bad. I think a lot of these rules and regulations that have been submitted are too restrictive. There's a lot to pick apart on this. I encourage everyone to attend the final DPH medical marijuana public hearing. This is the most important one. Now that we know what they're up to with these regulations, the draft is out. It's time now to analyze these and respond back and speak out on April 19th. There's 3 locations: Boston, Plymouth, and Florence, Mass. April 19th, Mass Department of Public Health, Public Health Council Room, 250 Washington Street, 2nd floor, Boston. I will be there. Frank Capone will be there, hopefully getting a lot of activists to speak out and medical marijuana patients to speak out about how one caregiver per patient is ridiculous, and some of the other things that we have questions about. Are they trying to stop the only doctor's offices in the Boston and Massachusetts from writing recommendations? There are only a few offices in Boston and Massachusetts who are writing medical marijuana recommendations, and I'm questioning whether some of these regulations would shut them down and shut down all avenues for people to get recommendations for medical marijuana, because the facts exist right now that the doctors at Mass General and Partners and most doctors in Massachusetts are refusing to write medical marijuana recommendations. So we have a lot of questions and we want answers, and this is the place to bring them up. Let's testify April 19th and ask these questions. How are they actually protecting patients? Are they shutting down the only avenues for access? We want to weigh in, and it's time to do that. You can also send an email and send your written testimony. There's an email address. It's at the bottom of this video. You can send your email, and I encourage everyone to send an email to make sure that the regulations aren't too restrictive to stop patients from receiving access that they need, that was voted on by the 63%. It's time to speak out. It's time to get active. We all need to be there the day before 420. We need as many people as we can get, especially in Boston. In their home office, I want this place to be overfilled with people who are demanding access. April 19th, Boston. Mass Department of Public Health, again, Public Health Council Room, 250 Washington Street, 2nd floor, Boston, Mass. 10 a.m. I will be there. Hope to see you there.
to have you here. I wonder where I'd be without you near. And it makes me feel so good, so good, so good, yeah. So good, when you see. And it makes me feel so good, so good, so good, yeah. So good to me. In forest full of magic trees, it's these dreams we created with ease.